to another Inside Music Row. We have a very special show for you today where we take a look back at a few of our most popular features. We'll celebrate a milestone with Little Jimmy Dickens, then chat with Doug Gray from the Marshall Tucker Band. We'll also check out the new video from Mark Wills and hit up a #1 party for the latest single from Sarah Evans. All this and more coming up Inside Music Row. Hey there, I'm Bailey, and I'm so glad you joined us for another Inside Music Row. We've got a very special show for you today where we take a look back at some of our most popular features from the last few months. We get things started with a special birthday party. When you hit 90 years old, there is plenty to celebrate. We caught up with Little Jimmy Dickens earlier this year at a special event at the Palm to commemorate the occasion.
I'm chomping at the bit before I go on the stage, you know. I get myself all hyped up and just get ready. I'm on an itch to get out there, you know. I love people and I love audiences who respond and it's just part of my life, you know. It keeps me alive. May the bird of paradise fly up your nose.
I'm here with Guy Gilchrist, who writes, and I'm sure you have read some of his comic strips, and you have dedicated one today all for Little Jimmy Dickens. Tell me a little bit about that.
Kelly Lynn, I draw the Nancy comic strip that runs in papers all around the world. We're in 400 papers here in the States and all through the military and everything, and then 80 countries around the world. Anyway, I called New York, and when I got this invitation, and they're always so thrilled to hear me say, stop the presses. I mean, literally, stop the presses. Yeah. And anyway, on February 17th, there'll be a strip dedicated to Little Jimmy Dickens in Nancy, and it'll be all around the world.
Jimmy is one of my favorite people of all time. One of the first songbook I think I ever bought when I started taking guitar lessons when I was a little kid was Jimmy Dickens Songbook #1. And when I was 8 or 9 years old, learning songs out of that, never dreamed I would meet him, let alone share the Opry stage for all these years. What a great man he is.
We caught up with the beautiful Danielle Peck, who, oh my gosh, what a great day to be here today for Little Jimmy Dickens. And I know you have worked with him and been on the Opry. Talk a little bit about a story that you've shared or a moment with Jimmy.
Well, my best story to tell about Little Jimmy was when I debuted at the Opry for the very first time. It was at the Ryman in 2005, and being there, you know, at the Grand Ole Opry is a big experience, and then it's such an honor to be on stage and having him introduce me for the very first time, and so that's always a memory of me of Little Jimmy that I'll always have, and lots of pictures because, you know, your whole family is there for the debut anyway, so there's lots of pictures of me and Little Jimmy standing next to each other on stage, and I'll never forget that. Yeah, it's a great honor to be here tonight, too, for his 90th birthday party. What a celebration.
I, Carl Dean, Mayor of the Metropolitan Government of Nashville and Davidson County, do hereby encourage Music City to join me in recognizing a man with extraordinary stature in the music business and beyond as we celebrate the 90th birthday of Little Jimmy Dickens. Congratulations.
It's a big day for you today. You're looking absolutely wonderful. You just got your picture here on the wall at the Palm. Talk a little bit about how exciting this is for you.
Well, to be among the great celebrities on the walls here at the Palms is so exciting for me. I got a lot of pictures hanging around the country, but this one really means a lot to me to be thought of this much and to be honored.
Here in Nashville, around all the other stars, and you know the people here. And today, let's talk a little bit about your highlights of your career. What would be one of the biggest highlights that you could think of that you're the most proud of?
Well, I suppose the Hall of Fame induction in 1983 would be the highlight of my career. But for a couple of years, I worked for the American military and got to tour the entire world, working for the men and women in the armed forces, and 3 trips to Vietnam and 13 trips to Europe, and it was that's the biggest exciting part of my life, I suppose. And of course, like any other entertainer, when I first came to the Grand Ole Opry, I used to work 20 days out of 30 days on the road, you know, with the band, and that was exciting for me because it was something new for me.
Absolutely. And you're as busy as ever now. And you said earlier it keeps you young, and you love putting smiles on people's faces, and you do that with your humor. You got a joke for us today?
No, nothing. You caught me off guard there. No, nothing in particular. But I just want to thank everybody here today for what they're doing for me, and I do appreciate it very much.
Well, happy birthday. We thank you so much for letting us share it with you.
Very kind. Thank you, ma'am.
Happy birthday, little Jimmy. Happy birthday to you.
If I can make one person smile in that audience that hasn't smiled for a while, I feel like my job has been done.
Little Jimmy Dickens is still going strong, as he's often seen performing on the Grand Ole Opry, where he was inducted over 60 years ago. We still have lots more ahead on this special show today. We'll hook up with the only founding member left in the Marshall Tucker Band coming up next. We'll be back in a sliver.